Hey everybody, it's Caroline once again, and I'm here to do some more group SRT clearings for you. So I'm the face behind the pendulum, and we're going to do a clearing on blocks to loving yourself. Blocks to loving yourself. So without further ado, let's have a look at the charts here for this group SRT clearing. Hopefully you can see the charts all right. Yeah, okay. So just get that centralized. There we go. So I'm working with the God team again today. And this is blocks to loving yourself. So make sure you set your intention before we start. Make sure you set your intention to receive the healing here for your highest good, always for your highest good. And then you can always turn down the sound if you wish, and just allow it to play in the background. You still get the healing. You don't have to listen to it to get the healing. You just have to set the intention to receive the benefits of it. Right, okay. So blocks to loving yourself. Group SRT clearing, 0% positive, 100% negative. Where's it situated in terms of consciousness? We're up here, we're at the Christ consciousness level. So we're going to ask the teams that I'm working with, the God team that I'm working with, and your high self teams, to clear all blocks to loving yourself, raising it up to 100 positive down to 0 negative, raising it from Christ consciousness level all the way up to radiant love new paradigm level. And I'm not going to go into explaining all of it again, as I've done in other videos, but just to say, do go through my other videos anyway, please, to get more explanation. But it doesn't matter when you're watching this, because it works at a quantum level. And the teams that I work with are on another side of life, where time operates in a very different way. So you'll still get the benefits from this, even if you're watching this 2, 3, 4, 5 years after it's been recorded. It doesn't matter. Just set the intention to receive the benefits, and your teams will go through it for you. Healing and clearing for your highest good. And we're going to try and keep this at 15 minutes as usual. So we're not going to go into huge depths and layers of research or anything like that. We're just going to go through, take a layer off of programming for you. And this works at subconscious and energetic layers within your energy fields, always for your highest good, always to benefit you. So just clearing away. It does seem strange sometimes how a pendulum and charts can heal, but I've seen so many changes and experienced them myself with this system. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients I work with have benefited from this. So, okay, where are we going first? Back to the master chart, and we are going to chart 5, which is blocks and interference and negative motivations. Anything on the inside, anything on the outside. On the outside we have self-punishment running. Okay, we're just going to clear all negative motivations of self-punishment. I'm not going to ask how many programs, because it's a group SRT clearing, or how many levels of consciousness, because we don't know how many people are going to watch this eventually. So I would normally investigate a bit more and see if we need to clear a bit more from that, but I'm just going to ask the teams to do that without me needing to research it. Clearing all negative motivations of self-punishment on this clearing for blocks to loving yourself. Some people will feel these clearings a bit more than others, and that's fine. Doesn't mean to say it's not working if you're not feeling it. It's still working. They always work, in my experience, and they'll clear a lot of the noise and chatter in your mind as time goes on. So it's still clearing away. Self-punishment's always a biggie with people, actually. A lot of us carry it at deeper levels. Still clearing away here. Okay, where are we going next? 9A, which is minerals and vitamins. Anything on the inside. So whoever's watching this, okay, are they low? Low in B complex, okay. Anything else? And low in something else under other. Okay, and is that enzymes? Is that hormones? Is it collagen? Is it proteins? Proteins, phytonutrients, mineral salts, anything else? Is it proteins? Proteins. And so we're low in B complex and proteins. And because this is we're doing a group clearing, it's going to be different for everybody. So I'm just going to ask the teams to download the appropriate amount of B complex over the appropriate amount of days, the appropriate amount of times, the appropriate amount of download. And we're going to download them on the physical level, and the appropriate amount of proteins as appropriate. Whatever needs to be done appropriate to whoever's watching this, please. It's very difficult when you do a group clearing. We can't go down to specifics because it's going to be different for everybody. So the teams that are working for you, I'm just going to ask that they do whatever is appropriate for you in connection with proteins and B complex to bring you back into perfect health, harmony and balance. Maybe there's too much protein there. Anyway, the teams are going to know. Your high self team that's working with you is going to know. So they're just going to make sure that you're balanced and brought back into harmony in respect of these for your highest good. If it was an individual clearing, which is available via my website, look at the links please below, and do ask me any questions if you're interested in having private clearings done. Then I would look at how many days the B complex was for the download, how often the download was, how many times a day, how long will the download take, which of the energetic bodies it's to go in, because it affects all the energetic bodies, not just the physical. Whether there was anything that was it too much, too little? Were you blocking it? Is there something else we had to clear there as well? So all these questions we would normally ask. Okay. So now where are we going? Chart 12, which is spirit energy programming. Okay, so we have 12 aspects of spirit's genetic coding, dysfunction of creative energy by emotions, dysfunction of God consciousness at spirit level, miasm of spirit. We're just going to clear all of those for your highest good. So this is at Queen of Life level of programming, which is an expression of the soul, this level of consciousness. 12 aspects of spirit's genetic coding. These are 12 spiritual faculties. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. That's why I'm not speaking very clearly. These are 12 spiritual faculties that every soul is created with in the beginning. And in the Old Testament, they are symbolized by the 12 tribes of Israel, and the New Testament by the 12 apostles. So we're clearing all these. Queen of Life is like the womb level of the soul before it gets comes into creation. The first expression of the soul, the living soul, is at Lord of Lords level, which follows Queen of Life level. King of Kings level of the soul is like the egg and sperm, the idea. So that's clearing that. Miasms are like faults in the programming. So we clear those back to at least 8 generations. So miasms come up a lot in homeopathy. For those that are into homeopathy, like faults in the, it's like faults in the programming, as I would call it, like needs correcting in some way for some reason. So now we're at programs before creation, King of Kings level. Creative programming needs clearing, connected to blocks to loving self. Anything else? No, so let's just clear all of that, please. Excuse me. Yes, so here's that miasm of the soul. Let me read you what the official line is on that. Miasm is a foreboding or death-like atmosphere. Oh, that sounds a bit dramatic. A stain or pollution, a potential for change. Remember that Adam and Eve were told that they would die the day they ate of the forbidden tree. Thus, when they ate, they entered a death-like state called incarnation. They polluted or stained the pure essence of their soul consciousness and entered a state where they were, for all intents and purposes, dead to the reality that they were spiritual beings. They had entered physical life, a dangerous, foreboding atmosphere. So it sounds slightly different from what I said, but yeah, a sort of stain or pollution. It is a bit like the fault in the programming in a way. So it's a potential for change, yeah. And a miasm of spirit would be each soul before incarnating was created as a spiritual being, complete, perfect, eternal, wise, intelligent, and indestructible. The potential for imperfection, which is miasm, was necessary, or there could never be an extension of that spirit being into materiality. It could forever remain within the body of spirit, only a clone of God, nothing more. Fascinating. All right, how are we doing? Okay, lovely. Let's clean that creative programming away at that level of creation. And chart 15, which is the I'm level consciousness. How are we doing for time? Okay. Okay, we have a dysfunction of space-time energy. That's the energy through the veil, on the other side. Light realm discordant energy, separation from love. Of course, if we've got blocks to loving ourselves, we would be separate from love, wouldn't we? War in heaven, which is the I am level consciousness, and duality of the I am level consciousness. So it's like, yeah, duality and war in heaven is kind of very similar to duality there. So let's just clear all of those at the I am level of consciousness. I'll give you the official on the war of heaven. Let me find it for you. So war in heaven signifies a duality, so what I just said, a discord or a struggle between good and evil. 1/3 of the hosts of heaven, which are souls, ate of the forbidden tree, which caused a duality to come into play. The other 1/3 that were cast out of heaven took upon themselves a physical body. The first level of the soul's education, the first level of the soul's education was in Eden, and the second level was through the physical body. Every soul that ate of the tree entered the consciousness of good and evil, and that signifies a war in consciousness. And remember that Jesus was the kingdom of heaven, said that the kingdom of heaven is within, and within each of us is where the final battle between good and evil, called Armageddon in the Holy Bible, takes place. It's all very biblical because this system is based on the true spiritual meaning of the Old Testament and the New Testament. So the spiritual messages contained within the metaphors and the stories within the Bible. So it's highly effective. It's all about this spirituality and the ascension of the spiritual beings. So it's great at clearing these higher level programs and obsolete programs that are affecting us in our daily lives now. So where are we going next? We're going to chart 27, learning is fun. These are learning blocks at spirit level. We've only forgotten source, and the intention is growth. Oneness with God's spirit is the goal. Yeah, I've got that one. Okay, let's just clear all learning blocks to those at spirit level. I'm not going to investigate any more from those because it's a group SRT clearing. And the bulk of the clearing with all of these, although I'm going through a few charts here, most of the clearing is done at mop-up. And normally I'd read a long list of instructions at mop-up. I'm just going through a very surface level clearing, group clearing, but it's still nonetheless still very effective. A lot of people had some very big reactions in a very positive way to these clearings. So the team on the other side of life use about 200 plus charts, and that's where the bulk of the clearing is done in the prep to work and the mop up, and I just do a very small amount of research in between, holding the space, facilitating it really. Okay, that's coming to an end there. That's wonderful. And anything else before mop up? No, can we go to mop up now? So we're going to go to mop up now. I'm not going to read there's a whole long list of mop-up statements here, and I would give them an affirmation to work with, but the teams know what they're doing because it's a group SRT clearing. So I'm just going to allow them to go through a very full and thorough mop-up, everything that's on the list, everything that's pertinent to you as an individual that's watching this for your highest good, removing any blocks to loving yourself, any of those separation blocks that are running as well. Let's clear them away for your highest good. Some of you will feel the benefits of this straight away. Some of you will probably notice the benefits as time goes on. Certainly our minds get a lot quieter. We start thinking in a different way. This is a brilliant system for decluttering the mind of obsolete thoughts and emotions and memories and experiences that we don't need to hang on to anymore. Lovely. Okay, are we done? Yeah, wonderful. Is there anything else to do at this time? Anything to download, or have you automatically downloaded? Yeah, to the right people. So let's just have a look and see where it's tested at now. The issue is now 100 positive. It says 10% negative, and I'm not satisfied with 10% negative. Is there anything else to clear on these charts? Yeah. Chart 12, which is spirit energy programming. This happens occasionally. So what's come up since the mop-up? Dysfunction of spirit by thought. Anything else? No, let's clear all dysfunction of spirit by thought. Clearing that away for everyone's highest good at Queen of Life level. So it's something they wanted me to point out. They didn't clear it themselves. Dysfunction of spirit by thought. I don't know why some things have to be shown in particular, but that's been cleared now. And my apologies if my energy is a bit flat, as I'm just getting over a really heavy cold, a good spring clean in my body. There you go. Right, okay. Is there anything else to clear after that? So let's have a look at it now. 100 positive, and that's better. That's 0 negative now. Is it on this chart? No, it's on this chart. Let's have a look. And we're at Radiant Love New Paradigm level. So there you go, people. I hope you benefited from that. And on to the next clearing now for your highest good. Have a lovely day. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.